Continues, meantime, in Tinseltown. One day after Tyronn Lue took his name out of the running for the vacant head coaching job with the Lakers. So, Jeannie Buss and company, they're moving on. Former Pacers and Magic head coach Frank Vogel is next on their list. The LA Times first reported the news, and our Adrian Wojnarowski reports that Vogel was flying out to LA to interview today. So he is now the fifth candidate to interview for this job after the team parted ways with Luke Walton. You see the other names here, but again, yesterday that was the big news that Ty Lue, the talks with Ty Lue, LeBron's former coach, championship coach in Cleveland, broke down. Monty Williams, of course, has since taken the top job in Phoenix. He chose Phoenix, not the Lakers. Woj back with us on SportsCenter. So after yesterday, they have to move on. Frank Vogel, explain. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, Frank Vogel, who had been a consideration to join Ty Lue's staff as an assistant coach, now is interviewing for the head coaching job. Obviously, he was a head coach in Orlando, Indiana. The Lakers are expected to also talk to Lionel Hollins, the former Memphis coach, soon. And, you know, Jason Kidd is still out there. He interviewed for the head job. They wanted to put him on Ty Lue's staff, and Ty Lue would have agreed to that if they got to the money terms. Jason Kidd does have a pretty strong connection to LeBron James. They were teammates in 2008 on the Olympic team, and USA Basketball really put LeBron under Jason Kidd's tutelage to help him at that point and work with him on professionalism and some growth, and had a great summer with him. And then in Cleveland, LeBron hoped his team would trade for him at one point with the Nets. So there's some history there. Sure. There's some respect. If that's an important factor for the Lakers, they do get that with Jason Kidd. He's been a head coach in Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Yeah, lots of respect, certainly, for Frank Vogel, who, again, had so much success, particularly in Indiana, playing those LeBron James teams. But interesting that Jason Kidd, though, he's been on the list for a while. We still have not seen that develop. Woj, I know you'll keep us up to date. Thanks, Sage.
Thank you. Kevin?
Sage, coming up here from Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, all smiles today. He is healthy. What does that mean for Brett Brown? Dave McMenamin's going to join us with the very latest on Brown's future. Here in Philadelphia, Kawhi Leonard, there was a string where we watched him for 10 straight minutes. He didn't even hit the rim. It was swish after swish after swish. The man is locked in. Today he's been locked in the entire series, and the Sixers are going to have to deal with him if they want to survive and advance. They got to win tonight, and of course force a Game 7 here in Philadelphia as we get you set for Game 6 with Dave McMenamin joining us. And Dave, you grew up in the Philadelphia area. I did too. We always had the Philadelphia Daily News, and this is the headline: Brett Brown's last stand.
Right on point.
Right on point. Is that what you're hearing right now? After games leading up to tonight.
I spoke to a source familiar with Brett's thinking during the second round, and they said that Brett knows that Philly is coming for his bleep if he doesn't get out of this round. And now they face elimination. I mean, it's all on the line today.
When you mention Philly's coming for his bleep, is that Philly the fans or Philly the organization and ownership?
I think it's all the above. All the above. And then obviously the fans have had a mixed bag reaction to his entire tenure as the shepherd of the process. But certainly, as we see on the cover of the paper, it's Josh Harris, it's the owner, who put out the expectation. Really wasn't asked about it. He put it out there that we need to get further in the postseason this year than we did last year. We're better equipped to do so. They made it to the second round last year. They're in the second round this year. They got to win 2 in a row in order to change that.
All right, let's talk about another head coach opening. It's been 27 days now since Luke Walton and the Lakers parted ways. And, of course, the big story that Ty Lue and the Lakers parting ways. They were at an impasse. Looked like a deal was going to get done. What's going to happen now for the Lakers in their next move? Quick answer.
Well, they're moving on to new candidates, starting today with Frank Vogel, the former coach for both the Indiana Pacers and the Orlando Magic. That's step one. The question is, do they open up to an entirely new search? There's some reports out there that perhaps Mike Woodson would get a look, or Lionel Hollins, or will they rethink things and maybe come back to the table with Tyronn Lue? I'm not saying I've heard that's going to happen, but it's possible if the money's right.
We'll see how that plays out. You're covering this series right now. I'm sure you'll give us more information with the Lakers as it continues. And speaking of the Lakers, the last time the Sixers won a championship, it was because of that guy, the doctor, Julius Erving, in the house back in 1983 when the Sixers beat the Showtime Lakers. He's here tonight to see if the Sixers can extend their season.
right, Kevin, thank you. You gamers out there and parents of gamers, you should recognize this face, or at least maybe the blue hair.